Welcome guys, this is my beautiful model Kelsey. I'm just going in cleansing the skin using the Bioderma cleanser, just making sure that all the dirt, grime and any leftover makeup that may be on the skin is removed. And then I'm just going in and toning the skin with the Arcona Cranberry Toner. This one smells amazing. It actually smells like the red gobstoppers, if anyone knows what they are. Reminds me of a kid. Then I'm just going in and touching up her eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Brown Eyebrow Pencil. I just go in and do this lightly to begin with. I don't actually complete this. I brush it up and I leave the gel tool later on. And then I'm going in with the NARS Cream Concealer in Vanilla, and I'm just defining underneath the eyebrow there just to give it a little bit more definition. This just brings out the brows a little bit more. I also go in just with a little bit of the concealer on the top, not too much. I don't want this look to look too heavy. Just want to keep it nice and natural with the brows. I'm then going in with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I use this as basically a primer for the lid, and it actually takes out any discoloring from the eyelids as well. So it's like a 2-in-1. Just going in, covering. You have to work really quick with this one, and you have to use the warmth of your fingers because it dries super quick. I don't use a brush with this one. So my transition shade that I've chosen is MAC Soft Brown. This is super natural, a really nice transition color. Just going in and blending that in. I then take the color MAC Wedge. This is a much warmer brown, but still a really good transitional color for the inner crease. Just blending that into the eye socket and back down into the outer corner, almost like a V shape. Holding my brush a little bit further back this time, I just run a really soft blend, just buffing that in with circular motions and the windscreen wiper. My next shade of choice actually comes from Inglot. They work on a numbering system, so this one is 303. It's almost like a pinkish terracotta color. It's really beautiful, and it just warms everything right up. The lady that actually taught me makeup, Sandra Legrandel, she's an amazing teacher. The one thing that I'm so thankful for, she actually taught me to never stop blending, like buff it in as much as you can. This is what actually gives the eyes a super soft look, and your transition colors really nice and soft and gradual rather than stark and harsh. Okay, so my next color that I'm going to be using on the outer corner is another Inglot. It's number 299. This is basically just a deeper version of 303, also like a terracotta orangey color. Just going in a V shape, but I'm buffing the upper edge. I'm actually using MAC 217 buffing brush, so I love this brush. I have like 6 of them. Okay, so my next color of choice for the outer V is 2 colors mixed together, MAC Swiss Chalk and Inglot 298. They are quite warm chocolatey colors. I'm just going in with a small flat brush, just pressing that in to the outer corner in a V shape. I'm just going into the socket line. I'm not actually going any further than that. And then I go back in with my MAC 217 and just blend that in a little bit more. And a little bit more color on my MAC 217. I think I just use more of the MAC Swiss Chalk in this corner. I actually just got a little bit more of the MAC Swiss Chalk and popped it on my MAC 217. I just felt like it wasn't deep enough closer to the lash line. I really wanted to smoke it out a little bit, so I was just blending that in adding a little bit more pigment and just blending it over to closer to the inner section of the eyelid, just so that transition melts nice and smoothly when it goes back into the cut crease. And I went back again and added a little bit more of the MAC Swiss Chalk just to intensify that look just a little bit more. Okay, so this is where all the fun starts with the cut crease. I'm using the MAC paint pot in soft ochre, and I'm also using a small dense flat brush. Now I know I said I don't use brushes with the paint pot, but for this particular method you have to create a super definite line, and then the brush is the actually only way you can do this. So I'm just going in, patting it in, moving super quickly with this as I don't want it to dry too much before I finish. And just going around this shape of the eye socket so I can feel it when I press it in, and I can also see it when I'm working where the eye socket actually finishes. This is the most exciting part about the cut crease, is applying the pigmented glitter. I'm actually using the Tarte Chrome paint and the color is Sun Drenched. This is a super pretty color. Gold and pink reflex in this one. I did use a brush, but it's quite hard. I actually think using your finger with this kind of product is a bit easier. Just going in and lining the lash line with MAC Black Track Gel Eyeliner. Super smooth and creamy, this one. I really love it. I use it all the time. Now the trick to the winged liner is actually getting the client to open their eyes when you position it. This actually gives you the right angle. I know some people do it a different way, but this is just the way I was taught, and I actually really like this way of doing it. I'm actually using a Ray Morris brush. It's angled. I don't think she sells it anymore though. So I'm just going in and cleaning up that winged liner with my flat brush that had the concealer on it. I just stretch the skin and stretch out that winged liner just to make it not so harsh at the tip. Just softens off the look a little bit more and elongates the eyes as well. So after I've done this part, I actually go in and clean up underneath the eyes, and just in case any loose pigment or any of the eyeshadows have dropped onto her cheekbone and her eyes. I'm just using the Alcona Cranberry Toner to do this, just because that was the last step that I used on her face. So I don't want to go back in and cleanse what I've toned again. This is why I love doing eyes first. I used to do it around the other way, but someone taught me this way. Make as much mess as you want and then just go back in and clean it up. You don't have to worry about fallout. Now the fun part, the part that everyone hates, the lash curler. I go in and do this before I apply the mascara. Just gives them that lift. I'm using the trusty old Maybelline green and pink mascara. I love it. I love it so much. I don't actually worry too much about mascara when I'm using lashes because the lashes are going to do all the work for me. Just going in and doing a soft coat on the bottom lash line. Nothing too heavy. This is one of my favorite parts to do. Not so much for the client, but I'm using the Laura Mercier Moonlight Cream Shadow Stick on the waterline. Instead of using a skin color or a white, this actually makes the eyes glow. Now I'm just going to go in and spray the skin with MAC Fix Plus in Gold Light. I do this before I apply any foundation because it actually squirts out gold, the gold speck, so I like to do this before. My foundation of choice today is the Face Atelier in the shade number 4. This foundation is amazing. Again, my teacher Sandra Legrando got me onto this. It's buildable coverage, so you can have light, medium or full depending on whether you mix it with a moisturizer or you just use it on its own. And it has like a natural satin finish, so not overly dewy, not matte unless you use mattifying powders, but it's such a beautiful foundation and not many people use it, which surprises me because it's actually amazing. Just going in with a beauty blender, just buffing that in on Kelsey's gorgeous face. This girl is so beautiful. I think she realizes how beautiful she actually is. But I tell her. I actually use a flat brush to begin with. I don't use an expensive one. I think it was actually models prefer. I actually just use it to apply the foundation in the areas that I'd like to apply. Damn it, I've got foundation on my eyebrow. So anyway, I go in and clean that later. Just going in and buffing that. I actually use the fixing spray Gold Light and I spray that into my beauty blender as well, because we are going for a glowy look. You notice as well that I've actually gone back in and touched up Kelsey's eyebrow shape. I like to go and do this at the end because I've completed the eye look, and then I can make sure it's all nice and balanced and even on both sides. So I have prepped Kelsey's skin with Becca First Light Priming Filter, and I also, before that, I used the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. This is something that I use on most of my clients depending on their skin type. What I then do is I go in and use a flat brush, just applying the foundation, and then I go and buff it in with my beauty blender. I am using the foundation Face Atelier in the shade number 4. This has a beautiful buildable coverage. I then go underneath the eyes using the NARS Cream Concealer in the shade Vanilla. This product you don't actually need a lot. I didn't have very much on my brush. It actually spreads really well, super creamy. It's quite full coverage as well, so if that's something that you need underneath your eyes, this is definitely the concealer for you. I then go in again with my beauty blender, just using the pointy end underneath the eye and just buffing that concealer all the way into the skin, just making sure it's nice and even. Then go in with the same colors that I used on the outer corner and just blending that in with a really small fluffy brush. I'm just using some of the browns that I used, just blending that in nice and smooth. And then I go back in with my MAC 217 and then just buff out the edges so there's no harsh lines. I then go back in with a new MAC 217 brush, and I'm just lightly dusting some Laura Mercier translucent powder underneath her eyes. This is where your concealer is going to crease. If it's going to crease, that'll be the first spot that it will start to move. And just around the nostrils and on the chin, I'm just noticing any areas that Kelsey might have some open pores. That's where your natural oils are going to want to come through, if anything, so that's the spot that you should be setting. So my contouring section disappeared, but I can tell you that I used the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. I used the colours Princess Cut and Angle. And on the cheeks, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Cheeky Bronze, just to give a nice glow. And then on the lips, I have used MAC Velvet Teddy. It's a really nice nude. Thanks for watching my first tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click subscribe so you can see any more upcoming videos that I'll have. Thanks for watching!